Hi, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad I'm back. So, this, as I'm doing this live today in 2022, this is the day after Thanksgiving. And yesterday was Thanksgiving. And I know I did several series on gratitude and appreciation, which you can never get enough of as far as I'm concerned. But, today I really didn't have a plan. I thought I'm just going to wing it. And what came to my mind was about relaxing. I feel like we live in a society that doesn't like to relax. People don't want to take time. And I don't know about you, but good morning, Sherry. Hi. I don't know about you, but in this day and age of everything is online and everybody wants your attention and you've got to do this and sign up for that and take this class and go here, do this. Earn $1 million in 20 days. All these like things are like hitting us. And now, I don't know about you, but my inbox today was filled to the brim with like Black Friday specials. And I'm like, I don't have time. I just deleted them all. I I have chosen a while back to just delete things out of my inbox that are of no concern or service or help to me, but they add this internal pressure. It's a gimmick, and it's a psychological gimmick that the marketing people know of. And we get bombarded with everybody's, they want your money and your time and your attention. And you can't give everybody your money and time and attention, right? Especially this time of year. I want you to know that it's okay to delete things and not feel overwhelmed or pressured. I have 5 emails, and several of them are filled with Black Friday specials because it's that time of year. What I do is and I'm saying this because this gives me peace of mind. As soon as I open my mail and I see like 300 emails, I click the box to put the check mark to delete them all. And then what I do is I go through quickly the email list, and there'll be a few that I do need to pay attention to. So I will, just uncheck those. But the rest of the 150 can go. And I just press delete. So right there, it's like a relief. It just eases my mind. I don't have to pay attention to all the mental noise that's coming my way. And it's okay to do that. It's really okay to do that. Don't feel obligated to check every email that comes into your inbox. Because if it's feeling more stressful, then it's not something you need to pay attention to. And again, it goes back to just our boundaries, our healthy boundaries that we give ourselves for body, mind, and soul. And anything that's going to upset you or make you see, again, you're not going to know it consciously. It's a subconscious thing. This is what marketers do. This is what sales does. It's quick, get it. You only have an hour left, or you'll only have till midnight, and all this other stuff. It's like, all right. If it hits my heart and my soul, and I look at the title, and it might be from somebody this is regarding courses or people I like to mentors or whatever. If it's a name I'm familiar with and I can trust them, I'll pay attention. If it's somebody I never heard of or I'm not familiar with, or it's just tons of stores and online stores and whatever, just selling their goods, rarely will I pay attention. Because in my mind, I need to be looking for something specific, something that I know that I need or want, or can pass on to someone else as a reference. Or if it's a gift, I know exactly where to go to look for something for somebody, or what they want, because it's important to prioritize those things in our minds instead of just being like an open like an open book and everything kind of swirls in. Oh, that's no fun. It's no fun. So right there, I just want to give that little hint of advice or encouragement that it's okay to delete things out of your inbox. Don't you don't have to pay attention to absolutely everything. And know what you're looking for. That's the other thing. And feel it in your heart and in your soul. If you see something, go, okay, I haven't looked at that. I haven't thought about that, but that hits me. So if that might be information I need to know. And that's how I do it. So anyway, and it gives me peace of mind. But I wanted to say that because I start off my days in a unique way. You have these, how do you start your day to be successful? That's the other thing. It's all this pressure. Yes, we do need a healthy amount of pressure to kind of get us moving, getting us moving forward and doing the things we want to do when we have perhaps certain lists for ourselves. And it's not a bad thing to have um, a gentle pressure on ourselves because we accomplish things that way. But when we overdo it, it just is like we feel like we're going to crumble, and that's not good. And it causes more inner consternation and stress that it makes it even that much harder to rest when we need the rest and to relax. So relaxing is a very important thing for us to do, right? It's like automatically our bodies get tired and we shut down and we should sleep for 7 to 8, 9 hours a night. We have to. That's a bodily function that cleanses the brain from toxins. It really is. It's a time at night when we're sleeping, and chemically speaking, the brain is cleansed of everything that fogs up our mind and our body as well to give it rest. And it does all its magic. I'm not going to get scientific or medical here because I couldn't explain it even if I tried. I know I've listened to many, many, many experts on it, but I can't translate very well. I just know when we sleep, it's very important. And it's also very important to have a good sleep routine. I've been guilty of not that for a long time. I would go to bed late and, sometimes wake up early or wake up later than I should. I was kind of off because I was going through a hard time and I was just kind of depressed, and I just let my mind, get lost in, I let the outside world take over my mind and what I should watch on TV or TV. I don't watch TV actually. I just watch certain shows that might interest me and or Netflix or whatever. So sometimes, yeah, I do. I went through a time where I realized my body and mind was telling me, you need to take a break. So we need to listen to our body and our mind. When we become really forgetful, or we're kind of maybe even tripping a little more, or dropping things, or forgetting things, we're not getting nutrition that we need, we're rushing around, we're not sleeping well. Those are significant signals our body's giving us to say, hey, slow down, take a break, rest. You can't wait for June for the vacation, which sometimes vacations can be very stressful getting ready for them. But we need to understand there will be blocks of time in our life throughout the year where we just need even one day, even a mental health day, which I'm glad now. I think many companies honor that. Sometimes we just need a mental health day. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay just to sit mindlessly for a while, take a hot bath, a hot shower, read a book, just relax. And just, and I know, I don't know about you, but for me, it's the hardest thing to do. I always feel like I should be doing this. I have to do that. I've got laundry to do. I've got the dishes. I've got to write. When I was writing my book, I'm like, I got to be writing. I got to do this. And it's like I was all tense. It's hard for a lot of people to just relax on purpose. They feel like they have to just get to a point where they're so exhausted, they just collapse. Oh gosh, that is so not good for the body. If that's a continual thing, that's not good for the body. It affects our organs in not a good way. it affects our blood pressure in not a good way. If we have that constant pressure. So allow yourself and give yourself permission to relax and rest. And you know what I mean? I'm talking about balance. I'm not talking about, take a week and just binge watch all your shows on Netflix. Although maybe that's what you need to do if you're recovering from surgery or something. But just understand that there are times in our life we just need to rest our bodies, rest our minds. It's okay. There's just way too much pressure on people to just go, 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 go. Get up at 5 a.m. and then work out for an hour and read for an hour and meditate for an hour. And then you do this and then you do, it's like, what? No, thank you. No, thank you. That might be good for some people because that's how they are. Their mental, physical makeup and personality is that works for them. Hate, do that. That would kill me. It would. It would. I spent years as a parent not getting any sleep, very little sleep, raising 4 children, all of them having different sleep patterns for whatever reason. I don't know. I think my youngest was 18 when I finally slept through the night. It's like, because then when they're, teens and they're out, you're up worrying, are they safe? Are they okay? Or, they're going to call you, whatever. That's what years that way. And being up at very, very early hours and making sure everyone had their lunches and their breakfast and driving them to school and different schools at different times. Holy cow. So that was my job then. And I was happy to do that. Very happy. I was happy to be a mother. Happy. I wanted that in my life. I chose that. Was it easy? No. Anyone who's a mother knows there's no job in the world as precious and high pressure as raising another human being in hopes that they grow to be kind and compassionate, loving, connected to their own spirit, to be loving people, to be good workers and have morals and ethics and be good citizens. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to put on a person. So, and then if you have multiple children and all their different personalities and all their different interests, yeah, it's a lot. So now being a grandmother, I can rest. I can enjoy my grandchildren to death and then just hand it back. Although sometimes they like to spend the night when they're around, which I love. So, but I understand the preciousness and the quality of giving our bodies and minds a rest when we can take it, when we need it. I'm of the day and age of, before there were cell phones, before there were pagers even. That's how old I am, and we had landlines, that life really was, I have to say, a lot better. It was so much more, you not only had your whatever you were doing in your life. For me, it was family. And I also worked part-time and went to school part-time. So my days were full, but I didn't have that pressure to answer a text right away, answer the phone right away, we would let the phone, the phone answering machine answer for us if we were in the middle of dinner. We didn't have to rush. Today, it's like, we have all these notifications on our phone and everybody's texting us and it's like, oh gosh, I gotta get back. And we have emails to attend to. And really, it's okay not to do that. And I worry about our young people. I really do when I watch them and their nose is to the phone. They always have a screen in front of their face. That's worrisome on many levels. Number one, they need to rest their brains. They need to be away from the screen. They need to go for a walk, go meet up with friends, go get a burger with friends, go whatever. Take your kids outside, get them away from the screen, away from the phone, away from the tablet, away from the TV. Get them out of the house or play a game with them. There's so many fun games you could play as a family. I think that is so, so utterly important to help young people learn to engage properly and in a serene surroundings, no pressure. Just communicate, have a good conversation, have laughter, play a game, have fun. I don't think there's much going on nowadays. Our society has really turned it upside down, I feel, on its head. I know I'm not huge on social media. I'm not one to spend a lot of time. I don't have a lot of platforms on social media. This is, and I see friends who are so involved and their minds are always busy and they're getting back to people and for no reason. I mean, it's just stuff to give opinions on or whatever. I don't know. Am I old fashioned? I must be because I sound like it. I sound like my grandmother. And I know that technology is really a blessing. It really is. I know technology can connect us. It can help us, connect with the world, connect with family and friends, get our businesses going, get off the ground. And I think there's really, really wonderful benefits to it. So I'm not slamming it, but it's also, we already know scientifically and research, it's addictive. It's an addictive component to a lot of people's lives. And, sometimes I find myself scrolling through and I'll stop myself and go, how is this helping me? Am I gaining really good, healthy insight or information that's necessary for me? No, I'm just scrolling and reading things or listening, and it's really nothing. Very little is feeds my mind or my soul. Pardon me. There are some people who do. Absolutely, there are. There are people who are on there and are very special in their ways of communicating their philosophies or maybe spiritual endeavors or um, encouragement. I like those. I tend to be drawn to those. So I think that's very special. But the rest of it, I don't know. Anyway, so give yourself a break, rest your mind, rest your scrolling finger, and find something to do. Get involved in a book. Start a new hobby. Get outside. You're going to hear me say that over and over and over, but it's really, really important. Another way to find ourselves in a very healthy situation is to take care of our bodies as best as we can. And what I mean by that is we all know eating well is important. And it's not just chugging down you know, a couple pieces of broccoli. It's really, really eating well. It's taking time to like even plan your meals if you can, or get a jump start on what you want to have even for the next meal. Um, if you know ahead of time, okay, I'm going to have that salad, I'm going to have that leftover turkey, and I might even nibble on that fun roll with a little bit of organic butter. Great, you know what you're going to eat. It's when we go in and open the refrigerator, we don't know what we're going to do. We start grazing and eating things, and before you know it, we've eaten half a pumpkin pie or something like that, or whatever. It's good just to know ahead of time. For me, I eat once or twice a day. It's usually twice a day, and then about once or twice a week, I eat once a day. Because that, for me and my body, that works for me. I'm older, my metabolism is a little slower, and I've stopped eating breakfast a long time ago. I just don't want it. I'll have a cup of coffee, or I'll drink some green juice, but that's it. I don't feel hungry, so I go by what my body tells me. And so if I eat twice a day, I'll eat around a noon and have some protein. I might have some eggs. I'll saute some spinach and onions. I might have a piece of gluten-free toast, or sometimes no. I try to keep my carbs low. Often, I'm not that good at it, but most of the time I do. And then I'll eat later about 4 and have maybe a salad or some vegetables and some more protein. And I also have keto ice cream that'll eat for a treat, which is nice. I like that. Um, and I try to drink water throughout the day. I don't make it like I've got to, chug water, because they found that's really not necessary. Drink enough to keep your body hydrated. And if you keep a thermos by you throughout the day, keep sipping on it, and just get enough in you um, where you feel hydrated. When we aren't hydrated, what happens is the first thing to be affected is the brain, and we get kind of foggy and a little bit harder to focus. When we feel thirsty, then we are beyond what we need for water intake. If we wait till we're really thirsty, then we're like behind. So then get a lot of water into you. But it's really, really important to keep blood volume up with water, keep our cells hydrated, keep the heart pumping well, just keep your brain hydrated. So yeah, just keep water. Don't stress. Don't think you have to drink gallons and gallons all day long, because they've already shown that's not necessary. If you like to do that, if you're someone who sweats a lot or works out a lot, you might need to do that. But just the average person, I know I drink a lot more in the summer because I'm outside more, I sweat more, and so I'll drink more water during the summer. But yeah, so make sure you're hydrated, eating well, getting nutrition. If you need supplements, a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D. So a very important combination is D3K2. I take that in a capsule, especially living in the Pacific Northwest, where um, the winter seasons are darker, it's rainy, there's not a lot of sunshine necessarily on many days. So I know when I boost myself with 10 to 20,000, is it units? I don't know what they call it, but it boosts me. I'm telling you, when we are deficient in vitamin D, that's when depression hits. If you're starting to feel low energy and you're starting to feel kind of depressed, boost vitamin D intake. And I know for me, I've done a lot of research on it. I've read a lot of experts' opinions. And when we're in states where we don't get enough sunshine, 10 to 20,000 units of vitamin D3K2 is fine. Times a week, it's fine. That's going to help and boost you. During the summer, no, I don't even take it during the summer. But I know I need it here for me in the winter, because I do suffer from they call seasonal affect disorder. So I do get depressed when I'm not in the sun and I'm not outside much. So yeah, I take it and it helps me tremendously. Now, I'm not telling you to do that. Talk with your doctor. But for me, that works. Other supplements I might take, maybe for digestion. I might take, it just depends. I do have a lot of different supplements. I don't take them every day. I only take them when I feel like I need them. So find out for yourself through blood work or whatever what you might need, because that can slow us down, and that can even affect how we rest. When we're depleted of certain supplements, we don't rest well, and also may cause restless leg syndrome. Also, sugar causes restless leg syndrome, by the way. If anybody is up in the night with jumpy legs, if you're having wine or a lot of carbohydrates before sleep, you're going to have that's one of the side effects. So if you really pull back, maybe stop having carbohydrates at night or too much with dinner, you'll find that'll decrease too. So just a heads up, try it and see if it works for you. Otherwise, it might be something else and you might need a supplement. Check with your doctor. But all I know is when our bodies are just not doing well and we're rush, our brains are pressured, we have family issues, we have car issues, we have, you know, uh, kids who might need special needs or whatever, but there's all this going on. It's really hard to get the rest. Sometimes we just need to plan it. So don't hesitate. You know, if you're married, you have a partner, you can say, look, you know what? I, I know by Friday I have to take at least a half a day. So I'm going to just go off to the bookstore and just sit there and look through books, or I'm going to go to the spa, or I'm going to go for a long hike, or, just plan it if you have to. When we're outside and connecting with nature and whatever sun might be there, it is excellent for the human body. We are meant to be outside a lot of the time. And it's very effective and it's very helpful and it regenerates us. And the exercise helps us tremendously mentally and physically and spiritually. There's nothing like it. Nothing to get out there. And if you're a gardener, get out, garden, plant flowers and whatever you do. I have a sister who is actually she's an award-winning um, gardener and florist, and she is incredible. And she's out there. She just moved into a new place, and the first thing she did was redo the front and backyard. I mean, she just did it by herself. She knows all that stuff. She loves it. So she's out there in the sunshine, planting, growing, and even the feeling of accomplishment is so good for our heart and soul and mind. That feeling of accomplishment. We can feel that too when we get to rest our body and you're accomplishing that rest. It's so, so hard for people to allow themselves to take a break. There are people that I followed have been my mentors for over the years. I know for a fact, they set their alarm for every 60 to 90 minutes. And when they're working on a project and that alarm goes off, they get up, they walk around, they might go outside, they do jumping jacks in their office, whatever it is. They stop what they're doing, they'll get some water, they'll move their body, they might do some push-ups or just whatever. Get your body moving. If you're in a place where you're sitting a lot, it's really dangerous for the body. Just get up, set your alarm, or just be mindful of the time. Get up and walk around, maybe do push-ups off your desk. If you're sitting, move your feet up and down. Keep your body in motion as much as you can, as often as you can. Even little things, even taking some deep breaths in between the times you're able to get up off the chair. Just take some deep breaths, look around, be present, be mindful in the moment, and then get right back to work. Even that 30-second break can be helpful. We need breaks like that. So the body isn't meant to go, 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 go. We're not. We need a break and we need to rest. We need to enjoy the rest. Don't be like me and you're resting going, I got to do this, I should be doing that. I had to learn to rest my mind. And there are ways to do deep breathing. Follow some people you enjoy with guided meditations. Even for 20 minutes, just give your mind a break. Gosh, we need that, don't we? In this day and age. I'm telling you, we need it very much. Allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to recoup. It's okay. It's really okay. Don't feel guilty about it. Just don't. It could be you just need an hour nap in the afternoon one day. It could be you need a whole day to yourself just to do nothing. Just go enjoy. Just go window shopping. Whatever brings you pleasure, do that. Maybe you're into books. You really like to read books. Maybe taking a nice hot bath. Just do what works for you. to rest your body, mind, and soul. Just rest. It's okay. The world's going to keep going. It's going to be okay. Really, I promise you. And also, a way to rest is enjoying our accomplishments. Enjoy, celebrate your accomplishments. Maybe you just finished a big project at work, or maybe it's something at home you've been working on. You're redoing a whole room by yourself or with your partner, and it's a lot of work and you get it done. Go, rest and enjoy and celebrate. Pop a bottle of champagne, whatever you like to do. Enjoy that accomplishment and rest knowing you got it done. It's great. It helps bring balance to our being. It really does. There are people I know, one friend in particular, who her personality is always on the go. And she's a lot of fun to be around, but she's always on the go. And she always had to be doing something. She was working endless hours. She didn't have to, but she felt like she did. She put that pressure on herself. And when she had fun to the nth degree. We all loved to be around her because she was so fun and so entertaining and funny and always had something to do. Hey, let's go here, let's go there, let's do this, let's do that. But she got terribly, terribly sick. She burned herself out. She burned her body out. She just got so ill. And she couldn't figure out why. And the doctors were working on it, taking tests and doing this and doing that. And somebody very wise came into her life and said, so tell me about your life. What do you do? And so this person got an understanding of this woman hardly ever slept. She just kept going. She put all this pressure on herself to perform and do good and be great that was the problem. That was an inner problem. That was a psychological subconscious problem because she felt she wasn't anybody unless she was doing all those things, that she wouldn't be liked or accepted or appreciated unless she was always doing things, doing. And she changed her life around. She changed it around after that. She was in the hospital for a while. Her body needed to recoup and her body needed to rest. And so did her brain, so did her mind, so did her subconscious. And she had to relearn life and to be healthier inside and out. Sometimes we just need to do that. You've heard me say a million times, pain is our teacher. Because we humans tend to learn the hard way, and we have to hit the wall or hit rock bottom. And in any way, anybody, you don't have to be an addict. You could be somebody like my friend who just overworked herself. Or we over worry. Or having a codependent characteristics and you overdo everything because you're pleasing everybody, trying to make everybody happy around you, which is impossible. You're making everybody happy but yourself. And you burn out that way. And that was me. I burned out that way. I didn't like it one bit. But it was my life lesson. It was one of those lessons. And I had to relearn myself. I had to get to know myself. I had to love myself. I had to appreciate myself. And I had to let go of codependency characteristics. That's why loving yourself is so important. And that's why I've been doing this whole series, is because we've got to love ourselves. And loving ourselves includes taking care of ourselves. And that includes rest when you need it. Seriously. Get the clues. Check in with your body and your brain. Check in with yourself. Feel yourself. I'm telling you, the investment in taking a break for yourself, whether again, it's maybe an hour nap, it could be an afternoon, or it could be a full day. It might be a whole weekend if you need it. But the investment in that and getting your health back far outweighs pushing yourself to the wall. you're giving yourself life and health and respect. And that's all good stuff. That's all good, 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 good. So I wanted to talk about that. Like I said, I didn't have anything planned today on purpose because I wanted to see what would come up. And being the day after Thanksgiving, and I know this time of year starts a push for the holidays, and I was one of those people. Now I'm by myself, and my family and my grandchildren all live in different states, so it's less. I was the one always doing the holiday. I loved it though. Believe me, there was no pressure for me. That I loved doing holiday dinners and doing parties and anywhere from 10 to 40 people. I loved those years of doing that. It's a creative outlet for me. I enjoyed it. So I never felt pressure by it, like, oh, I have to do this. I'm like, I get to do this because it made me excited. But I know some people feel like they have to entertain, they have to be the people to have the family dinner or whatever. And again, you can turn it around by saying, I get to be that person to do that. And then know your limits, understand how much you can do, ask for help, ask other people to bring things. You don't have to fix everything. Just, maybe ask someone to bring the salad or the dessert or maybe a centerpiece, whatever it is that might be helpful for you. But it's no fun when you're not enjoying it. That's the thing. Do what you enjoy, especially around this time of year, because there's a lot of sacrifice, there's a lot of giving that is wonderful and kind and special, but don't overdo it is what I want to say. If you're that kind of person, just don't overdo it. Just take the responsibilities you know that you can do. Love on your family and friends, do what you can, and just be open and honest in a loving way. So, this year I love doing the family dinners, but this year I'm kind of struggling. I'm there's so much going on at work, kind of tired. Would you mind pitching in? Can you help with me? Don't hesitate to ask for help because that's good too. That's another way we can learn to rest our minds because we know, oh, so and so is going to help me with that. I don't have to do it all. So there you go. Give yourself that little peace of mind. Ask for help if you need. It's okay. We don't have to do everything. Don't be like my friend I just said who did everything all the time, 100%. Pushed herself to the wall till she fell and got sick. Don't do that. That comes from, I think, that she had to find out was from insecurity more than I want to. It came from a deep need and an insecurity that if she didn't do that, if she didn't act that way, then God forbid the world's going to fall down. That's going to completely go away and it'll be my fault. And that was from her childhood. And I won't go into all that, but you can imagine, some of the pressures on her and what she put on herself, and just because of her personality, just being really lively anyway and energetic, she just has that personality. And then she added to it, overdid it. So yeah, we can be mindful that way. Mindfulness is great. And I know you know about mindfulness practices. I mean, I've talked about it. I'm sure you could look it up. You can find them. You can have guided meditations. You can do that for yourself. But just take time to do it. And if we do a little bit every day, if we set aside even 10 minutes, maybe in the morning or maybe in the afternoon, whatever your schedule allows, you'll find that even that 10 minutes of just deep breathing and being mindful and resting yourself, you'll find that you're less stressed over long periods of time. And that's what we need to do. Because it's like eating. If we're not eating for long periods of time, our bodies will drop, right? It doesn't have the nutrition, it doesn't have the wherewithal to function. So if we can even feed our mind rest, our body rest, actually feed it rest, you will maintain your life better. It's the maintenance process that we need to do. Don't wait till it's too late. Just do a little bit every day if you can, if it's possible. I don't know all your schedules. I don't know what it's like for you. Some of you might be going, "Are you kidding me? I'm from morning till night. I'm da 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 da," and I get it. I do. I really, really do. I've had years like that in my life. But at the same time, I learned to take time away. I learned to tell my then husband, Saturday, I'm going out to lunch with my friends. And I go away for 3-4 hours and just laugh, just have a good time, relax my body, just have a good time with friends. It might not even be sleeping or napping or resting. It could be just mentally you're resting. You're having a good laugh with friends, or going for a nice hike, or going for a long walk. You're active, but you're not under pressure. So yeah, that's another way. Just rest. Rest comes in different ways. And it also allows us room in our mind for new ideas, creativity. And that's a wonderful thing. You know how I feel about creativity. I think that's the only reason we're on this planet, actually. But so I'm going to leave it there. And I just hope you do take really good care of yourself, love your body, love your mind, love your brain. Our brain works like 24/7 and hardly give it time a day or appreciation. And our brains need certain nutrition to function well and to stay focused. So and there's lots of material in that as well. So you can do that as well. So I'm going to let you go, and I hope you have a great day. And I'm planning, I'm just going to put this out here because you can be there or not, but I have something I'm going to indulge myself in. I'm going to go live, I believe, this weekend just for fun to talk about something that I feel needs more appreciation than it gets. So yeah, I'm going to try it this weekend. We'll see. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks, Sherry. You have a good weekend too. See you Monday. Bye for now.